Friends, today we discuss some multi-choice questions based on first law of thermodynamics and thermodynamic processes. The first question is, a gas expands adiabatically at constant pressure such that T is inversely proportional to root V. Then the value of gamma will be. Next now we solve this question. Solution of question 1. Here for adiabatic process, T is directly proportional to 1 upon root V, which means that this into this must be constant, that is T into V. V root means V power 1 by 2 is constant. Now for adiabatic process, T into V to power gamma minus 1 is constant. This implies that gamma minus 1 is equal to 1 by 2. Therefore, gamma will be equal to 1 plus 1 by 2 means 3 by 2, which is 1.5, and the correct option is this. Next, question number 2. Solution to question number 2. Question number 2 is, in adiabatic process for monoatomic gas, P is directly proportional to T power C, then the value of C will be here for adiabatic process. P is proportional to T power C. We know for adiabatic process T power gamma upon P power gamma minus 1 is constant. Then this upon this will be another constant. Therefore, P gamma minus 1 upon T power gamma will be also constant, which means that P power gamma minus 1 is directly proportional to T power gamma, or P will be equal to taking 1 upon gamma minus 1th root on both sides. So we get P is proportional to T power gamma upon gamma minus 1. Now if we compare these two, then we get C is equal to, on comparing we get C is equal to gamma upon gamma minus 1. Here for monoatomic gas, gamma is 5 by 3, therefore 5 by 3 upon 5 by 3 minus 1, which gives 5 by 2. Therefore, the correct answer will be this one. Next we come to question number 3. Question number 3. A gas is compressed adiabatically till its temperature is doubled. The ratio B2 upon B1 will be. The process is adiabatic. Let us solve it. Solution of question number 3. Here the process is adiabatic, therefore you can use T1 V1 to power 2 gamma minus 1 is equal to T2 V2 gamma minus 1. So for adiabatic process, T1 V1 to gamma minus 1 is equal to T2 V2 gamma minus 1. According to question, T2 is to T1. T2 is to T1 here. Therefore, B2 upon B1 will be equal to T1 B2 upon B1 gamma minus 1 will be equal to T1 upon T2. T1 upon T2. Here B2 gamma minus 1 upon B1 gamma 1 minus 1 is equal to T1 upon T2, or B2 upon B1 will be equal to T1 upon T2 to power gamma minus 1, and according to question T2 is to T1, so T1 upon 2 T1 to power gamma minus 1. T1 cancels, therefore 1 by 2 to power, therefore B2 upon B1 will be equal to 1 by 2 to power gamma minus 1. And this is 1 by 2 to power gamma minus 1 will be less than 1. Whatsoever the value of gamma is, so this will be, which will be less than 1 by 2. So the correct answer must be C. Again I repeat, for adiabatic process we know T1 B1 gamma minus 1 is equal to T2 B2 gamma minus 1. Therefore T1 upon T2 will be equal to B2 upon B1 gamma minus 1, which gives B2 upon B1 is equal to T1 upon T2 to T1 upon T2 to power 1, here 1 upon, this is 1 upon gamma minus 1, this is 1 upon gamma minus 1, which is less than half. The correct answer will be 2. Next, question number 4. In question number 4, internal energy of an ideal gas can be increased by during isothermal process when gas is, you have to choose the correct option. So solution to question 4. Internal energy of ideal gas, here process is isothermal, so delta U is equal to N CV dt. Here for isothermal process, internal energy cannot be internal energy can only be increased by increasing this number, because number of molecules of gas will be equal to number of moles into Avogadro number. Therefore, n will be equal to total number divided by Avogadro number. So you can write n as n upon Avogadro number, total number upon Avogadro number into Cv into dt. So delta U is directly proportional to n, and delta U can be increased by increasing the number of molecules. Therefore, correct option will be option number A, expanded by adding more molecules to it, that is adding more number of gas molecules to it. Now question number 5. In an adiabatic process, 100 joule work is done on the gas. The change in internal energy of gas will be. Solution of question 5. dq is equal to delta q is equal to delta u plus delta w. For adiabatic process, delta q is 0, therefore delta u work done on the gas. On the gas means negative. So 100 joule. This implies that delta u will be equal to 100 joule. The correct answer is B. Next, question number 6. In a thermodynamic process, gas releases 30 joule of heat and 10 joule work was done on the gas. If the initial internal energy of gas is 30 joule, then the final internal energy of gas will be. Here, from first law of thermodynamics, delta Q is equal to delta U plus delta W. Delta Q, 30 joule heat was gas process releases means loss of energy. So this is minus 30 joule, minus is showing loss of heat by gas. This is U final minus U initial plus dW. dW here gas, if initial this much work is done on the gas, again on the gas work done is negative 10 joule work is done on the gas. Now minus 30 equal to U final minus 30, initial internal energy is U30 minus 10, minus 10 minus 30 cancels, and therefore U final will be equal to 10 joule. Therefore the correct answer will be C. Thanks. Next question 7 is a certain mass of gas whose gamma is equal to 1.25 at 0 degree Celsius is expanded to 81 times the initial volume adiabatically. Then the final temperature of gas will be. Now solution to question 7. For adiabatic process, T1 B1 to gamma minus 1 is equal to T2 B2 gamma minus 1. This gives final temperature. T2 will be equal to T1 B1 upon B2 को whole power gamma minus 1. Now T1 is 0 degree Celsius, means T2 will be equal to, T1 is 273 Kelvin, 273 Kelvin, B1 upon B2 is 81 B1, because B2 is 81 B1 and T1 is 273 Kelvin. तो B1 upon 81 B1 to power gamma minus 1, gamma is 1.25 minus 1, B1 cancels, and this is 273 into 1 upon 81 to power 0.25, and this is 273 into 1 upon 81 to power 0.24 means 0.25 means 1 by 4. Now the fourth root of 1 upon 81 will be 1 by 3. So this is 273 into 1 by 3, which will give 91 Kelvin. This is 91 Kelvin. Therefore T2 will be equal to 91 minus 273 degree Celsius, which will be minus 182 degree Celsius. The correct answer is this one. Next, question number 8. Question number 8 is, during isothermal expansion a gas does 150 joule work against surroundings. Process is isothermal. Therefore internal energy change will be 0. So solution for isothermal process. du is 0, therefore dq will be equal to du plus dw. This is 0. So dq is equal to dw and dw is this much. So 0 150 joule. This means that dq is equal to minus 150 joule, which means that 150 joule heat is removed from the gas. Minus means removed, lost. Therefore the correct answer will be C. Next question. Now question number 9. When heat is given to a gas isothermally, then the result will be, here process is isothermal, therefore internal energy change will be 0. Rise in temperature, isothermal rise in temperature is 0. Increase in internal energy also 0, isothermal. External work done, and you know during isothermal process external work done is nRT ln V2 upon V1. So this one is correct answer. Here rise in temperature wrong, increase in internal energy wrong, rise in temperature wrong. This one is the correct answer. Next, solution to question 10. Question number 10 is, latent heat of vaporization of water is this much joule per gram and work done during expansion is this much joule per gram. Then the increase in internal energy will be, you know, suppose this is 1 gram, this is 1 gram water at 100 degrees Celsius, and this becomes 1 gram vapor at 100 degrees Celsius, means T is constant to 373 Kelvin. 373 Kelvin temperature is constant. Now latent heat here, from here to here, latent heat is this much joule per gram, and external work done is this much. So from first law of thermodynamics, dq will be equal to du plus dw. dq is equal to du plus dw. For 1 mole, dq is equal to m into L is equal to du plus dw is 168 joule for 1 gram. Here m is 1 gram and L is 2240 joule per gram. So this gram and this per gram cancels, is equal to du plus 168. This gives du is equal to 2240 minus 168, which is 2072 joule. Therefore the correct answer will be 0. Here